I just realized my microphone was off. Wow. My computer fucking blue screened. And then it started installing updates. Everything is gone. Give me like a second to spawn into existence. You guys know how it is. I haven't had my my bone existing juice yet. I use Google Docs, so it should have saved in real time or near real time. Something like that. Yeah, we can just restore pages. And yeah, saves every couple seconds. So I like Drive. So I'm not too worried about, like, losing anything. Yeah. That'd suck if I had to re-edit things. I would actually just, like, drop dead. I think I need to... Down. There we go. Okay, now we're back. Yeah, so where were we? Spellcasting. Wait a second. Am I going fucking insane? Okay, the formatting has moved. Oh, because I fucking, like, typed up there. Right. Of course it did. Idiot. Okay. Members of the same party can freely reorder their turn so long as there is not an enemy action between them. Hello to anyone who fucking popped in before or after my computer exploded, by the way. I see that Void Max said hi. Like, actually, as soon as my computer fucking blue screen. So hello. I hope you guys don't have to, like, sit through ads or anything. That would fucking suck. Members of the same party can freely reorder their turn so long as there's not action between them in the turn order. In the turn order. Maybe I should, like, put the combat actions header above that stuff. I considered having it not above that stuff. These first two paragraphs aren't really about combat actions. It really bothers me. It really would bother me to put it there. But I don't know if it bothers me more to put it the other way. And this is why I hate editing. Is because I'm just making shit up. There's no fucking rules. It's evil. All combatants roll for initiative. To yes, I'm live. A character's turn will end once they are incapable of performing. Oh my god. Oh my god, all of my fucking alerts broke because my computer blue screened literally a few minutes ago. Well, welcome on in, Sen. How are you, dude? Happy fucking whatever day of the week it is. What is it? Thursday? Friday? It's Friday. Woo! Happy Friday! Welcome on in, everyone. My name is Rocco. And I'm a little silly tonight because I'm just doing some game dev. And my fucking computer exploded. But I think we should celebrate the fact that you are here with us. Holy frick. What's up, gamers? Sen, how is your stream? Welcome the fuck back, dude. If you guys don't know Simple Giantess, I'm gonna make sure I fucking spell his name right. I've been spelling everything wrong today. I miss you too, bud. I hope you've been super fucking well. Shit is fucking crazy out here. I hope you've been fucking showing the world what's what, making cool shit, and living life, and being Pog and Epic. Sen is Pog and Epic, by the way. Like, oh my god, we fucking make each other laugh. Like fucking cackling. That's the good laugh right there. Like, there's a couple of friends. Mossflower, thank you for the follow. What's up? Speaking of dope-ass people, what's up? I suppose I should show you guys what I'm working on. Since we literally just got raided, but I am working on version 2 of a tabletop game called Urchin's Fall. And I've been working on this since about November, and we're up to 162 pages. But I really wanted this to just be, I appreciate you popping in, have a good night. This game has been a lot, and I wanted it to be a showcase of, like, mechanics design, and narrative, and making a character sheet, and just, like, doing fucking, like, technical writing and shit. I just want to work in a variety of genres, and for God's sake, I haven't done a tabletop game. Make a really big one, and that was either a really stupid idea or a really good idea. But now we have a whole ass game. We have like fucking, how many spells we got? A lot. We have a lot of spells. I'd say the core thing that kind of sets this game apart from other things is that it takes a lot of inspiration from kind of the mix and match character building that I really love about, like, old school Final Fantasy games with, like, the job system where you're like, you can be a cleric, but you can also be a ninja. And I kind of wanted to take that and give it my own little, you know, flavor to it with this world I have. So it's a combination of, you know, species and class and what kind of magic you choose to learn. So then within that, you know, there's fire and water and air and light, and a lot of kind of the design philosophy for how I've been making spells has been based on, like, card games, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering, or most specifically, because this is the only one that I've actually ever really fucked with, the Digimon card game that dropped in 2020, not like the old ass one, the new one. Banger alert, by the way. Thank you! It was kind of like a... It was kind of like a, okay, I've been on the job hunt for fucking how long now? This is gonna be the fuck you hire me piece, is kind of the goal. You wanna learn magic that makes a person's skin attack them? A lot of the crazy shit, I'm probably just gonna, like, have a separate book. I might actually sell that one for money, because this game's, like, free. And I've been working on it for the better part of a year, so some stuff might have to be confined to a paywall. I'm still figuring out how I want to, if I want to monetize this, because I like making shit for everyone. But there are plans in later updates to add, like, dual elemental spells, and just a lot of shit within, like, rot magic. Like, this is just the war crime element. You know, I mean, for God's sake, a tier 1 spell is called Lethal Injection. Like, that's how you know it's gonna be real zesty. But as for what I'm working on tonight, I'm doing the most boring shit imaginable. I'm just going through and editing. Damn near every single other task is, like, done. So I just need to, you know, make sure that, like, a section doesn't start at the bottom of the page, and that, I don't know, page numbers don't get covered. That's, like, a thing. I hate this part so much. Like, look at this, look at this. Ugh. Not that thing. Yeah. Maybe I should, like, make this, like, a different font. Right, no. We'll play around with fonts later. But yeah, we got cool species. We got beetle guys. We got humans. We got humans, but they have antlers, and claws, and tails, and foot claws, and partial exoskeletons. And you can polish their antlers like bonsai trees. We got rocket-propelled fucking... They're just grooving. This is like the obligatory little guy. You know how like every fantasy world has the obligatory little guy? This one's ours, and he's rocket powered. And then we have robots. Very good shit. And then we have what's basically like elemental. Is there a talk to worms skill tree? There's not really a skill for it. You'd probably just find some worms you could talk to. There's a lot of like rapid mutation in this world, so finding an intelligent bug wouldn't be that tough. I mean, for goodness sake, there's like a gazillion species just of beetles, and they have their own big beetle city. No, I can give you an example of like a character. So everything that kind of makes a character different is either a trait, which is a passive, or a strike, which is an active. And your choices will give you one of the two. So if you were to choose one of these bug people, you can get, breathe with your skin. Steady your lungs. That's just kind of a passive. If your head gets stuck underwater, you aren't automatically drowning. I like kind of started writing that one. I don't think I really need to specify that one in all honesty. That was just me like kind of bouncing around earlier tonight. But thorax oscillation is the example I wanted to show you, where you can just use this to fly short distances and just fly around. It reduces your defense from behind. By the way, guard compass is a thing. You have different defense from different directions. Because a lot of spells can just hit you from above or behind, or, you know, below. And I feel like if you're, you know, someone like an old worlder and your back is fucking covered in armor, you know, it probably makes sense. And I feel like it just kind of lets you do more interesting playstyles. Like Earth has a lot of options to hit from below. I don't know. Perhaps I need to clamp how many options maybe a kit can get access to, but a lot of that needs to come from, like, larger scale player feedback that can only really come with a public release. So it is what it is. We just kind of keep making shit. Make sure it's polished, get it out there. Right, I wanted to show you an example. So then there's, like, you know, I suppose I could show you... What do I want to show you? Star Chasers are a really fun class. Actually, no. I want to show you Postmark, because these guys are dope. So this is basically an Amazon delivery guy with a gun. There's a bunch of lore there, but, like, let me summarize it for you. Amazon delivery guy with a gun. And they get the passive trait Boom Headshot that whenever they land a crit with a gun, you just do exploding dice. Which if you've ever played a TTRPG with, like, exploding dice, whenever you get the highest number, you just take that die output, you just add it to the total and just keep rolling. They're also warehouse workers with a gun. There's not really as many warehouses in this world as you would think. A lot of it is just, like, looting shit from ruins. More so just that there's a bunch of fucking, like, dangerous shit on the road. We've got packages to deliver. Take your weapons with you, and I don't know, jam a couple spells into your gun. And that's their main skill, is Spell Shot, that they can take any spell that is normally, like, melee range, and they can just fire it out of a gun. It's harder to do and it'll cost more, but that is kind of the main thing that sets them apart from everybody else, is just being able to, you know, do rocket punch at a distance or some shit. Yeah, I can show you the different classes. So the spellcasting system is a pretty big part of this. That there's 8 different elements, and I kind of talked about how each one of them is, you know, their own separate resource. Your spell charges are just used for that element of magic, and that is it. You gotta train with fire, and that's just what your character's spec'd out as. You are the fire paladin. Sorry, bud. You know? Fire paladin would actually be dope if paladin was a class. You can totally make a paladin, it's just not called that. But basically you kind of shade these in to represent how many you currently have, and the number on the outside is the most that you can hold at once. And, you know, that number will go up as you level up. But your character will kind of be like, you know, a fire, dark, post-merc, or like a, you know, light raid academic at higher levels. It's kind of about what combination of elements and class you really pick. So then, you know, all of these have playstyles. So fire's all about what happens if you land a headshot with a healing spell. That's a good question. Let's take a look. Warm and Glow has a range of 1. Select an adjacent ally to apply a Warm and Glow to. Restores 3d6 health and removes a soak status effect. It doesn't say you have to make any rolls in order to perform it. So this isn't really even a spell that could crit in the first place. If you wanted to play with rules where you have to roll to aim, you know, whether your shot is going to hit an ally, you know, who's ready for the healing shot, then you can. But that's not something that I think is really baked into the rules, is critical healing. Perhaps that's something worth considering. Evil Smile. I don't want to think about it right now just because I've already expanded the scope like a motherfucker. Like, this shit is 162 pages. The last version was 108 pages, and I was supposed to, air quotes, supposed to, because this is a solo project, and life happened, and my dog got cancer, so I fucking put it off. But originally, I wanted to have this out in, like, February. Which very quickly became not reasonable. Drinking a big cup of water, that was reasonable. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's actually a couple of sample characters that kind of give you like just a good loadout for each class and you know, element. So within these, there's one for every class, one for every element. One example would be going to bed, hydrate like a boss. Absolutely, dude. One of them is Gailard Nana, and his whole thing is, you know, poison, sniper, so he's very much a zoner. And his whole kit, and it talks about it here, his whole kit is built around him getting stronger as the fight goes on. Because lethal injection is you deal more damage to poison targets. He has all sorts of shit to poison targets, make it so his friends can poison targets, and to make it so if he gets poisoned, you know, it starts healing him. And then a completely separate skill. That's the thing about poison. You can poison yourself for more uptime with your magic. There's just fucking crazy combos in here. This is like the let me work on my RPGs. I'm just out here cooking. I also have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna fucking go do that because I chugged an entire thing of water. So I'll be back in a moment, but we're gonna get right back to the editing. If anyone has any more questions, I'm super fucking happy to talk about this game. Because, I don't know. Shit. It helps me finish it, getting to interact with the people who it's for, you know? I'm back. What was I in editing? What? Damage by... Oh, right. Yeah. We were literally right here. Blue check mark. Blue zigzag. The character's turn will end once they are incapable of performing any movement or any strike. Members of the same party can freely reorder their turns so long as there is not an enemy action in between them and the turn order. This can be used by teams to coordinate a punishing combination of strikes and targets. The GM can also do this acting on behalf of NPCs. Strikes are the various magic form. These include attack. Cool strike. Specifically, when selecting a character's species and class. Species, class, weapons, and spells. Are recorded in the strike section on the character sheet. Each action in turn. Each action in combat consumes a portion of a strike. This can be a full strike, a half strike, or a free strike. At the start of each character's turn, they can perform one full strike which can be spent all at once or by performing 2 actions that are half strikes. Okay. Movement. Movement allows characters, allows fighters move up to 4 tiles in any direction in a single turn. Characters can move in any direction horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, as long as their path is not obstructed. Corners cannot be rounded diagonally. Strikes and movement are spent. Actually, what if they could be? You know, like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Yeah. Strikes and movement are spent independently of each other. Players cannot pass through other characters, obstructions, or climb objects higher than 1 foot. We already heard this. Silly. Oh, it turned off shuffle. Oh, fucking do it. Absolute fucking bop. Let's make that a half strike, just friend. To move up to 4 tiles by default. Move up to 4 tiles in any direction in a single turn, unless otherwise specified by a trait. Characters can move in any direction horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, as long as their path is not obstructed. Strikes and movement are spent independently of each other. Reorder sentences. not obstructed by other characters. Obstacles. Or doors. Boom. Character can consume 1 half strike. We don't need to underline that. You're not edgy for saying those words anymore, Rocco of the past. I remember, because this was one of the first paragraphs I wrote after kind of coming up with the term strike. Sprint, doubling the number of tiles that a character can travel during that turn. Moving through multiple tiles while remaining adjacent to an enemy causes an attack of opportunity. Character can consume 1 half strike, which is sprint, doubling the number of tiles that a character can travel during that turn, but restricting them to moving in a straight line. There we go. Moving through multiple tiles while remaining adjacent to an enemy. We can just deal with attacks of opportunity in the section on attacks of opportunity. And you know what? I kind of like that idea. I kind of like that idea. Oh my god. Who would have thunk it? Beautiful. It was beautiful. And now I can use all of this this extra room. Oh. I don't know, for like a drawing or something. Maybe I could have like characters running. That would be cute. Yeah, why not? Is that size 14 font? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I actually need to be pretty diligent with this section. Player strikes and movement are spent independently of each other. Movement allows fighters to move up to 4 tiles in any direction in a single turn unless otherwise specified by a trait. Characters can move in any direction horizontally, vertically, or diagonally as long as their path is not obstructed by other characters or doors. Doors aren't important to enough. They're not their own category of character or obstacles. A character can consume 1 half strike, sprint, doubling the number of tiles that a character can travel for that turn, but restricting them moving. Hold on. Let's restrict this. At the beginning of their turn, a character can consume. There we go. Interaction. I want to go over this section. Players can choose to spend at least 1 half strike to interact with the environment around them. Examples include pulling on a lever, activating a trap, climbing a ladder, opening a door is at least a half strike. If a turn is 3 to 5 seconds, opening a door is definitely an important part of your second. Activating a trap, climbing a ladder, cutting the ropes at a bridge. We're gonna underline at least. Yeah, at least. Using a spell to interact with the terrain. Interactions can have countless context-sensitive outcomes, and as such will have the widest variety of checks. Widest variety of talent checks. We'll have the highest will be the most common form of talent checks. Being relevant to combat. To perform this, players announce that they are interacting with something, and will describe the intent of their character's actions to the GM. After the GM greenlights this interaction, they will ask players to make a relevant stat or talent check, and if magic is utilized, players should also be asked to spend an appropriate amount of spell charges. A resource discussed in detail in the section on spellcasting. Oop. Take us over there. Going around. For example, a character attempting to use an electric-based spell. An example of magic being used in an interaction would be a character attempting to use an electric-based spell of the Maybe let's not bring raid into this. I feel like me calling electric something other than electric trips people up sometimes. So maybe let's use like water as an example. Using to use their skills with fire, magic, to dispose, to clear some shrubbery that is blocking their path. Actually, let's do a character attempting to use their skills with air magic to slice a rope with a blade of wind. Can you take a look at what kind of... Yeah, I'd say that would be spellcraft. Okay, combat actions. We're down over at... this situation, I would ask the player to then be asked to spend one air element spell charge in addition to expending a half strike. Having consumed in addition to consuming a half strike. Place a distant rope. Yeah. The player would then be asked to perform an aiming talent check to spend one air element spell charge and to consume one half strike. This can be applied very broadly, and this can be applied incredibly broadly. Spells can be used to interact with the terrain. In a way that will dramatically shift the battlefield. For information on the section. To interact arena, creating terrain effects that dramatically shift the battlefield. Now we get into terrain effects. Feels less amateurish. Capitalize that because it's a section named terrain effects. Active opportunity. 20 pages. Woo! You know what? That's an eighth of the way done. And a lot of the sections I don't need to be as eagle-eyed with the editing. Like, the lore section is, like, it's important, but does it need to be combed over, looking for every little thing as meticulously as I think anything, like, gameplay relevant does? I don't think so. I do want to revisit, this section. Because this is literally, I wrote that section before I even fucking decided to turn this into a game. This was originally a lore bible for a fucking book I was writing. My, how things happen. Yeah, I was trying to do NaNoWriMo, And then, oh my god, this started as NaNoWriMo. And I went, fuck it, we make a large-scale game. And fuck it. Make a large-scale game, goddamn. It's 2 a.m. You know, one PC crashed later and a couple hours of work later, and I think, because I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, I was working on some other shit involving this before even fucking going live. I think I'm ready to call it. I think I am ready to call it a night. Let me see if there's even anyone on to raid tonight. Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, I know who we're raiding. Easy! We're gonna raid my buddy Hot Dog. Hot Dog Bong Water 420. One of the greatest usernames ever. Oh shit, yeah. That command is not gonna work because I'm gonna raid. Because all my shit went down when my computer crashed, and I don't have my bot running. Well, there's your raid message. Armadillo raid. Use the emotes if you got them, and if you don't, consider picking them up. Help support me, help support the channel. It goes a long way. But if you don't got them, no fucking worries. There's other scrumblos boogieing out there. Let's see, what do I have to announce? Well, none of my commands work, but my social media's in the links below. And 2 weeks from now, the channel's gonna have its 2-year anniversary, which is super insane. I'm gonna be putting together something for that. I'd like to get a couple of friends together. I'm probably just gonna keep it chill. I kind of, hate putting together big events. But more on that will kind of come in the future. I don't know. If anyone wants to collab, hit me up. Worst thing I'll do is go, I don't know. Or go, maybe later. Because Lord knows I've been busy, but I want to do shit. Anyways, that's enough out of me. Thanks for hanging. Peace out, y'all.